Good afternoon to all participants. On behalf of the Academy, I welcome you all to the topic of the topic for the day is inventory control and weekend. To take you through the topic, we are privileged to have with us the Good afternoon, sir, and welcome.
Thank you.
Now
Well,
over to you, sir, for the next 1.5 hours.
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, my friends. And we will discuss inventory control in Indian Railways now. Then what is inventory control? This we have to know first. Inventory control, it covers all the aspects of material management. It covers right from preparation of indent and tendering, ordering, receiving, stacking, issuing, inspection, payments, and final disposal of stores as a surplus or scrap. So almost all the aspects, right from the beginning to the end of material management function are covered in inventory control. We exercise this control. The main objective is to avoid locking up of money in the stores. When the stores are not required, also we should not purchase it. Unnecessary purchases are avoided, and the items of stores which are not moving and which are not required by the department will be offered to other departments or other units. And if nobody is asking, we'll treat it as scrap and sell it. That also is part of inventory control. Otherwise, something we will realize. Otherwise, storing space is occupied, and unnecessarily money is locked up there, and the stores are not at all required. Why it is not required? Due to change in design, due to passage of time, obsolescence will take place, and the materials, though they are in good condition, they may result in scrap. First, they result in surplus stores. Then the surplus stores will make efforts to transfer to the needy areas. Other areas will find out. Whoever is required will transfer them and get the credits. If that is not possible, we will have to treat it, declare it as scrap. For that, a survey committee has to be formed. That survey committee will decide classification of surplus stores, whether it is usable, good condition, or it has to be declared finally as scrap. The survey committee normally consists of a stores officer and departmental officer, which is a mechanical item CME, somebody SAG officer from mechanical department, and some other officer also will be appointed in the committee. They will submit the report. Based on their recommendations, only an item can be declared as scrap. So all this process continually goes on in railway, whether it is in case of PVA material or in other than PVA material, everywhere this process also simultaneously takes place. It has become as important as purchases. The selling of railway material, railway will not purchase materials for the purpose of sale. That is the fundamental point. But it results in the course of time, the stores are not required. In such cases, we'll do scrap sales. For that also, we'll be finding scrap sale targets are fixed by railway board. Each railway has to reach the target by conducting auctions. Nowadays, e-auctions are there, and the shield is also efficiency shield is also there in achieving highest scrap sales in a year. Just as you get the shield for in division, each department, all divisions put together, one division will get in zonal railway efficiency sheet. Similarly, at railway board level, efficiency sheets will come. Scrap is also one of the item for which necessary sheet will be awarded every year to one railway or other who reaches the record sales of scrap during that year. Why I am telling all these things is inventory means material. The material has to be controlled. Just as financial control means we control the spending of money. Spending of money also to be controlled. Money, because it is budget is given, should not waste it. So we should fruitfully, as per the purpose for which you have asked the budget, that has to be spent like that. Similarly, inventory also. Inventory may be lying in the shop floor. When inventory means material may be lying in the shop floor, and it may be lying in the depot. It may be lying in the site also. In case, especially in case of PV materials, the materials like rails, sleepers, and all, they will be lying across the railway track. First, unloading itself will be done there. So later on, they use it. When they return it, they mark it like that. Scrap also, scrap rails also will be lying both sides of the track. You can observe when you go for inspection along with your officer, you can see how the rails and all scrap rails and others will be stacked on both sides of the track with marking and all. Then the heavy materials like rails will be auctioned as is varies basis. As is varies basis. They don't move to some other place. The location wise, KM location wise, they are stocked, and the intending buyers can purchase, see that and quote in the auctions. That is, auction is not the main subject here. It is one of the methods to come out of that scrap. So that is more important. Indian Railways, an overview I am presenting it. Indian Railway has 262 stores depots. They are spreading throughout the country, throughout the Indian Railway system, and they are purchasing and stacking more than 1.3 lakh categories of materials. The categories of materials are 1.3 lakh category materials worth more than 63,500 crores in the year 2019 and 20. 2019-20 financial year, Railway has purchased materials worth 63,500 crores. Recorded inventory turnover ratio of 14% with fuel and 10% without fuel. What is inventory turnover ratio? I will tell in the next slide. So during my presentation, you will get several short questions. One is now inventory turnover ratio. That is also a short question. Huge amount of scrap is generated every year and sold. 78% of the purchases are indigenous and the balance from production units and imports. Zonal railways are making 78% of purchases, indigenous purchases, not imported, and balance 22 are done by PUs, the production units, and imports, both put together. What is inventory? Inventory control is of two types. It covers all the aspects of the management we have covered. Inventory control means exercising control over inventory balances, stores balances at each stage, right from indenting to selling the scrap. Inventory control is of two types. One is perpetual control, that is continuous control, and other is periodical control. Generally, railway is maintaining perpetual control. Our inventory control is continuous. Inventory control is based on, not basis, based on the principles of Pareto law. Pareto law says in every work, 80% of the work is carried out by 20% of the staff. That is the Pareto law. Somebody defined this law in the manpower utilization. 80% of the work is generally carried out by 20% of the staff in any organization. Based on the above law, we have evolved in the inventory control a new term called ABC analysis. It is called always better control analysis. It is also known as always better control analysis. Now another short question which has come is ABC analysis, and perpetual inventory control. These are the topics which may be covered in GRP or in stores optional in 3A examination. What is ABC analysis? All the materials, 1.3 lakh categories of materials are there, I told you. So in every railway, all the materials may not be purchased. This is total Indian railway categorization. All the materials are classified as A category, B category, and C category. Categorized into 3. Now in computer statements, you find D category also. Somebody says D1, D2, C1, C2, E, like that. But basically, ABC analysis is only 3 categories. Zonal railways are making A, B, C, D, E also. But for the purpose of examination, this is enough. ABC analysis means A category. A category items are those items which are few in number, but they are highly valuable. They have made survey. One survey has suggested 10% of the items of stores depot or material organization in zonal railway, like any railway, SCC or AC railway or anything, they constitute 70% of the value of the purchases. 70% of the value of the stores is covered by only 10% of the items. If the zonal railway is stacking 100 items, 100 types of items, not quantity, 100 types of items, they are purchasing and stacking it. In that only 10% of the items, they consume 70% of the money. That means they are highly qualitative, highly costly items. Strict control has to be exercised at every stage. At COS level, now they call it a PCMM level, Principal Chief Material Manager level. COS level, the PHOD level, right from the indent approval to the tendering approval, all these things will be carried out at the level of PCMM. When you are controlling closely 10% of the items, the stores organization or material management organization achieves controlling of 70% of the purchase budget. That is why this is called A category of items. Then comes B category of items. It is just reverse. 20% of the items constitute 20% of the value. Control is not so strict as A category, but it will be done at CMM level and control will be done. So now C category items, they constitute 70% of the items. 70% of the items, they value only 10% of the value. 70% of the items, they represent 10% of the value. And the control is exercised at senior leg scale level, etc. Because though large number of items are there, the value of the items is only 10%. So that is called C category items. Then what is the basis for arriving at these values? It is AAC. That is average annual consumption of stores. Average annual consumption of stores is the basis for categorizing all these things. These AACs are fixed by PHODs of consuming departments and COS also periodically. Hello. A category items, they require finance concurrence. If you want to fix the or revise AAC of A category items, what we have told, very high value items of 70% of the value is covered by only 10% of the items I told you in the previous slides. Such items, if you are fixing or revising AAC, it requires finance concurrence. And in respect of B category items, finance concurrence is required where there is enhancement by 10% in AAC when compared to last year, 10% or more if enhancement is there, increase is there in the consumption, then only finance concurrence is required. For C category, finance concurrence is not required to fix the ASCs because there are low value items. By concentrating on high value items, better and close control on inventory control can be achieved. Low and medium value items, where large items and balances may exist, can be left to other managers to take care of. This is the concept of ABC analysis. We have covered one short question in the theory. So next one is perpetual inventory control system. I told you two systems of inventory control. One is perpetual. That means there is no stoppage. Every day with every transaction, inventory is controlled. How it is controlled? It is controlled at every receipt and issue portion. Today you have received some kind of material received in the depot. You make an entry, where you make an entry. Another short question is coming. Perpetual inventory system is a short question in which another short question is emerging, that is called bin card. And you are taking the store subject, so many questions will come, and some of the questions will appear in general rules paper also. Even though you are not studying store subject, in general paper, general rules paper, one or two questions and one or two short questions may come. So the course of my presentation, I am explaining those questions also. Perpetual control is continuous control for at every receipt and every issue. 4 days back, you received the material, opening stock was 100, receipt is 200, no issues, the closing balance is 300. After 5 to 6 days, some department asked 50 material, 50 numbers or 50 kilos, whatever unit of measurement you have adopted there for that material. 50 numbers is issue, opening balance 300, you make an entry with the date, and issue portion, issue column you write 50, receipt dash, then the closing balance is 250. You have exercised inventory control now, because if you look at the closing, the physical balance, there must be 250 numbers. So that is called perpetual inventory system. Bin card is very important in the inventory control. Bin card, what does it show? It shows the class of material, whether it is first class material, second class material, or class 3. Class 3 is scrap generally. Description of material, price list number, that is called PL number, minimum level. There are levels of materials at which the balance, each material has to be stacked. Minimum level. For this, in the stores balances, minimum level say it is 500, means you should not allow the material balance to come down below 500. But the moment it is coming to minimum level, what you have to do? You have to prepare an indent and send. Then reorder level. Reorder level means already contract is there, rate contract or something. When it comes reorder level, it lies between minimum level and maximum level. Reorder level will be there. Then you have to issue a purchase order because contract is already there. Then maximum level. Maximum level means, what is maximum? It depends upon economic order of quantity and all these concepts. And maximum level generally thumb rule is, it is minimum ka do. Minimum into do. That is twice the minimum. Minimum into 2. Minimum level is say 500 means maximum level should be 1000. This is called thumb rule. And a lower minimum can be fixed. Instead of 500, you can have 200. When you can have, when that item is in rate contract, the ordering for material takes only 1 week or something. And when the rate contract rule is, the moment you have placed the order, within minimum time, you should supply the purchase also, supply the material. If such arrangement is there, all items are on minimum, what is that rate contract, then minimum level can be less. It need not be high. Maximum level will automatically become less. So these things, Then bin card shows date-wise receipts and issues. Closing balance for each transaction is arrived at. Suppose I will give you example. Opening balance is 500 and receipt is 400, 900, closing balance is 900. Then after a few days, that is 900 becomes opening balance. Then issue is 300, issue column 300, then closing balance is 900 minus 300 is 600. So now every transaction, whether it is receipt or issue, closing balance is again arrived at for each transaction. Suppose there is no transaction at all from last 2 years. The closing balance is like that one. Then what happens? We will call it, it is not a moving item. That means the item is not required by any department. In that case, we will see reasons we will arrive why this amount is in the item closing balance is remaining like that for 1 year, 2 years like that. In that case, you have to arrive at the reasons, discuss with them. Maybe design of the material, design of the item is changed for which this material is procured and there is no demand for that. So now we have to consider to declare it as surplus and transfer it to other depots where this item is required. If nobody asks, you have to request for appointment of survey committee and they will decide to declare it as scrap or move it to some other areas, other railways, other departments like that. So that then the item is not moving, when you are taking this particular action, that is also called inventory control. That is perpetually you are doing. The system ensures perpetual inventory record. Any overstocking, anything can be known. Just as I have mentioned, nobody is asking for the material. That means it is overstocking. It is not required. That is called slow moving and non-moving. Slow moving materials will be there, here and there, 1 or 2 numbers somebody asks. But your balance is in thousands. So slow moving item can be identified. Steps taken to stop further purchase and transfer the materials to other places or dispose of them as per rules. That means survey committee appoint karo, scrap declare karo, auctions karo, ये सब करना पड़ेगा. It helps the stock verification to be carried out as per the program systematically. That means our account stock verification can be done if bin code is correctly maintained, because the ASV who goes for an inspection, he will see the last closing balance item for in the bin code. Say it is 500. Okay, then he will have a look at the physical balance, because this bin code is just displayed near that material stacking point only, not in the office. So when you go for stock verification, see the bin code, examine totals and all, any mistakes are there, check up. Then see 500 is there. When 500 balance is there or not, visually you see and check it. If it is correct, in your record field book of verification, you record it. Because earlier registry there, in that you record with ready, same balance certified, or less or excess is there, that also can be identified and immediately brought to the notice of the people. This is called, up to now, we have done ABC analysis, perpetual inventory, and we have also done bin code. These things, what are the uses and all we have discussed. Now we are moving to a ratio called inventory turnover ratio. It's a definite short question. It indicates the efficiency and good performance of the material management department. It is an index of performance measuring the performance of material management department, that is stores department. So operating ratio, we learned in books and budget paper and all. Operating ratio is the index of financial performance of the zonal railway. For a division, you don't work out operating ratio. Inventory ratio, turnover ratio is an index of performance of material management department. The stores department index is how to judge the stores department performance. At the end of the year, you observe this inventory turnover ratio. This is one of the measurement index, and it is a yardstick to measure the performance of the material management department. How do you calculate it? The closing balance of the inventory is divided by issues during the year. It is calculated separately with fuel and without fuel. For example, I am giving Indian Railway yearbook. There is a book called Indian Railway yearbook. If you go to the Google and type Indian Railway yearbook, so that gives the total activities of Indian Railways for all department wise and at a macro level also, at micro level also, and all gives very good information. From that, it is almost at the end of the book. Last topic there is security. Security के पहले stores आता है. From last to the second topic or something, some beautiful book is there. That is physically they supply. They supply placed before the parliament when railway budget was separately presented. Indian Railway yearbook was one of the budget documents. Now also they are not presenting budget separately for railways, but this is however compiled and it is available in the net and it can be seen. Now present financial year available is 2019-20. I referred earlier. Now for example of this, I have taken inventory turnover ratio is 14% and 8% with fuel. This is the ratio. I gave figures also. Please see. Without fuel held by IR was 2765 by 32.37 crores. That is total value of the inventory. Score divide karo 20,317 and multiply by 100. You get about 10. That is 14%. You get it. Then you will get 2,999.34. That time is 37,136 is issues. If you work out the ratio, you will get about 14, that percentage, 8 fuel. Lower the ratio, better the health of inventory management of a railway or vice versa. That means higher means it is not better. Operating ratio is like that only, no? 79%. If you say operating ratio, what does it mean? 79% is the 79 rupees you are spending to earn 100 rupees. Similarly, our issues, you see the issues are more means, issue is nothing but expenditure. Issues are more means your inventory is less. Inventory balance should be less. And 8% of the issues means 8%, 92% of the material purchased is already issued to the department, debited to the department. Only 8% we are keeping in the stores depot. On the other hand, the 8% becomes 10%. That means 90% of the material purchased is issued, 10% is retained in the stores balance. Lower the ratio. Now it has become high, 8 to 10. That means your inventory management is slightly turning into red and you are not doing well. Suppose it becomes 20%. 20% means 100 numbers are purchased, 80 issued to department, 20 you are keeping. That means that is inventory turnover ratio is increasing, means it is bad index of health, of bad health it is conveying. So these are the things inventory turnover ratio भी आपका. इसमें stores balances क्या है? Issues. What is stores balance? Issue means issue to the department. Then balances माने तो what it comprises of. For the purpose of calculation of turnover ratio, inventory turnover ratio, these are the items you take into account for calculating the stores balances of the railway. What is? One is stores in stock. They are in the depot, physically available. Then stores in transit. That means you have transferred the material are asked for stores from some other depot, they have issued to you transfer, stores transfer you taking place, but they are in the lorry on a particular day in the transit, they have not reached your depot. Because document has already come, you have asked for the material, that also to be taken as a stores balance. Then purchase suspense. In purchase suspense also some materials will be there. What is the kind of material? Advance payment you have made, but the stores have not come. That type of things you have to, till that RO note is linked, again purchase suspense cannot be cleared. Receipt order note has to be linked. Then sales suspense. That means sales made, but they are available in the depot. Physical balance is still there. Auction sale is completed, money has to come. It is sale ho gaya, but material has not gone out of that. So it is sale suspense. Then stock adjustment account. Stock adjustment account also gets some what you call stores balance will increase and decrease. Then ASV has raised one stock sheet for shortage. Then he entered there. Excess material he found. He entered on the receipt column of the bin card with reading. So that becomes a stores balance, again it adds. So these are all the 5 categories of items which comprise of stores balances for calculation inventory turnover ratio. So this has to be seen, and steps should be taken to control and regulate the balances under above suspense heads. What are those suspense heads? Stores in stock, stores in transit, purchase suspense, sales suspense, stock adjustment account. You have to take continuously steps during the year so that stores balances are minimum, suspense balances are minimum. Duly conducting review of stores balances at appropriate level. Stores in stock should be controlled by monitoring the issues. Also, when you don't want to have stores in stock increased, sufficient stock is already there, then what you have to do? You have placed purchase order. Delivery period is before 31/3. What the stores department proposes is they postpone the delivery date of purchase orders. And the invoking of option clause also they postpone it. 30% you can invoke, but they don't purchase it because stores balances are already there. The item has got stock, it is available in the stores. And also transferring, if these two things are not possible, you transfer the material to other needy areas. There may be some other railways requiring the same material, continuously contact others. They also contact when the material assistance is required. You transfer them to other railways, which is instead of procuring, they get the material from us. These are the things I wanted to share for. Then another important area is stock adjustment account. It is a very great adjustment account. Stock adjustment account is there. It is prepared. It has got 3 parts. It is a short question. Essay question also comes in stores optional. Generally in GRP, sometimes they are used to ask what is stock adjustment account, how many parts are there, how the balances are cleared. If that is asked, you have to refer to 2740. There are 2740 of stores code gives stock adjustment account. It is a subhead under main store suspense. The main store suspense is there. In that it is subhead. And here 3 parts are there. You deal with differences in quantity, differences in value, and miscellaneous item. They are debited or credited to stock adjustment account from time to time. Then how do you clear the stock adjustment account? It has got debit balance, it has got credit balance. So how do you clear? Every quarter, every 3 months, at the end of every 3 months, you have to clear the balances, and the balances are to be transferred to the departments concerned who are getting issues from the stores depot. In the same proportion of issues, you transfer the debit balance and credit balance to departments. You work out the percentages every quarter, transfer them and make it nil. You debit or credit final heads in the proportion of issues to the department concerned in the quarter, in the last 3 months. What are final heads? Final heads can be revenue heads, that is sub-major head of all demands. Now demands are not major heads. Only one major head is there, Indian Railways. So all others are earlier demand number is called major head. Now it has become sub-major head. And demand number 4 means now sub-major head 4, PVA materials or mechanical department 5, earlier 5, 6 carriage and wagons, like that. All these persons generally, the stores, 90% of the stores purchased by stores are either mechanical items or electrical items or signal and telecommunication items. That's all. Major. Maybe some other departments are also, they may be asking. But major issues are this. Out of that, the electrical loco shed or DC loco shed, they require a lot of stores for their POH activity, maintenance of coaches, maintenance of wagons, maintenance of coaches, engines. Those sheds, repair sheds or wagon repair workshops, carriage repair workshop, these people need material. Materials are mostly needed by mechanical and electrical department and also S&T department. Other departments, they don't, their requirement of stock items is very less. They make non-stock demands whenever it is required, non-stock intent and all. See, this is how we clear the stock adjustment account, because stock adjustment account is also a part of inventory turnover ratio. You have to, what are the steps you have to take to improve the inventory turnover ratio position? As usual, the people say continuous and critical review of balances should be done while finalizing new purchases. That is why stores tender committee, while making the decision in the tender committee or non-tender committee cases, that is direct purchases made by stores officers, whenever they are taking decision of purchase, they review the existing balances. Then suppose a tender is prepared to purchase 1 lakh items of a 1 lakh quantity of one item of stores. At the time of preparing the tender inquiry, at the time of inviting tender, they make a review of stores balances for that item accordingly, and also they see how many purchase orders are there in the pipeline, how many purchase orders are live for that item, how much quantity can be invoked in the option clause in the existing purchase orders. These things will be taken into account while arriving at the quantity to be tendered at the time of tendering. There will be a gap of another 3 months, 4 months before the TC or non-TC cases, non-tender committee cases, purchase officer will purchase directly. You have to finalize after the tender has been received. So either tender committee case or non-tender committee case. At that time also, either purchase officer in case of non-tender committee cases or tender committee in case of tender committee cases. Again, they review the stores balances, option clause possibility. If the lower rate option clause is there, suppose you already received tender, the rate is 400 rupees, but the earlier purchase order, still it is valid. It has got option clause 30%, but instead of 400 rupees now received, that earlier rate is 350 or 360. Then what happens? It is better to purchase from there. 30% from here, quantity will be 30% of that option clause. May not be 30% of tender quantity. Some quantity will be there, 30% of option clause of that purchase order. You purchase there. Or still some purchase orders are there, they are supplying. They have to take into account. Then only you review this balance. AACs are to be reviewed carefully. Some 5 years back you fixed it. This is my average annual consumption for this particular material of brake block, goods, brake block coaching. Coaching means coaches, trains, passenger trains, goods trains, brake blocks, and several items are there. For each item you have fixed the AAC. That AAC cannot be a sacrosanct permanent one. that has to be reviewed from time to time, because there will always be change in design, change in drawing, because of research being done from time to time. New type of materials you are purchasing, new type of wagons you are purchasing, new type of railway coaches are coming. For that again spares you have to purchase. So old type of coaches are fading away, like MG, meter gauge coaches have gone. Then meter gauge coaches, spare parts you should not purchase, because AAC is there. Because meter gauge coaches, meter gauge wagons, they have to be faded away. They were faded away. Similarly, level crossing gates, mechanical operated level crossing gate has become electric operated lift bear, that is गेट स्विच you दबाए तो आपका गेट खुलेगा. So for that spare parts will be different. The electrical operated one. Mechanical operated means manually they just turn like that and you get the gate opened in the level crossing gate. These things you have to take. Sometimes ROBs are, road over bridges are built, road under bridges are built. The gates necessity is not there. Gate itself is removed. Number of gates are removed. Then in addition to surrendering the staff or transferring the staff to needy areas, what you have to do? Spare parts are also to be reduced. These type of reduction should be made in the AACs. New AACs are to be arrived at and fixed. Then only the long term purchase grant, purchase value of purchases unnecessarily, it will not be made. And some fading classes, they are all old type of items. The main item itself will not come back, rolling stock, etc. So they have to be drastically reduced, AACs, depending upon the consumption level has come down now. So AAC is showing very high level. So these to be dropped in due course of time. These are the things one has to look into it. Even though codal provision is there, codal means stores code, provision is there. Interim period, there is called interim period. What is interim period? The period from the date indent is placed to the time the what you call material or arrived. Today you are placing indent and it has to be go to stores department. Stores department will consolidate all such requirements, call a tender, finalize the tender, place a supply order. Supplier has to supply it. Understand? How much time it takes? Maybe 6 months. From now to 6 months, what is the quantity required? Monthly consumption into 6. This is being added to the quantity arrived at. This interim period quantity can be reduced because e-procurement has come now and new type of the tender committee is not taking 90 days now. They are taking about 60 days and all review starts for 60 days. And another thing is in e-procurement, your validity of tender also can be reduced. You need not keep all the tenders validity period to 90 days, 120 days like that, unless they are imported items. So you have to take all the improved technology available to you. Because of the changed methods, you have to reduce that validity period also suitably, and finalization of tender is now taking place very well. My comparative statement need not be vetted. So many stages are removed in the e-procurement. So you have to take all those improvements in technology and reduce the tender finalization time so that interim period quantity also will be reduced. This is a from the date of finalization to the commencement of next contract period. Reverse where he is telling. I am telling from the beginning. Quantity required from the date of finalization to commencement of next contract period. Suppose you finalize the tender today, to the contract period commence on 1/4. So if there is 6 months time, the quantity is nil. On hand quantity is nil. Then you can add this quantity. If on hand quantity is covered with juice, that is covered juice are there. Covered juice means purchase orders are already there. Stock is there. Then covered juice, then IP period should be nil. Is my personal opinion. This one, because code is there. Code is providing. code has been written 50 years back. There is a need for amending the code. IP quantity to commencement of that should be nil, especially when stock on hand and covered juice is adequate. That means there are stock on hand is 500 numbers and purchase orders are there already issued, another 500 numbers. This 1000 is your contract period, 1 year quantity required. If the arrival is coming like that, then why IP is required? You are already having 500 numbers quantity. Is there 500 numbers purchase orders are covered? So 1000, it takes full year's requirement. So another 1000 you purchase for the next year because advance action you are taking for purchase for next year. This is the policy we suggested to COS in many of the tenders. Some people agreed, some people did not agree. This is the question of application of mine. And this is what I wanted to share with you. And while finalizing fresh purchases and invoking option clause in existing purchase orders, care to be taken to check up the shop floor inventory. This is nobody is taking nowadays. You have issued the material to a particular shop in the workshop. It does not mean all the quantity issued is utilized immediately. They also keep stores there. They are lying material there. For months together it is lying. Once you have issued, what happens? Your inventory turnover ratio, inventory balance will come down and the department demand will get debited. The ordinary working expenses, OWE, will be debited. That expenditure will be increasing and it affects operating ratio. It is a nothing but war between operating ratio and inventory turnover ratio. You want to improve by using all unscientific methods, rush it, all issues you give it on March 31st to the departments. What happens? Stores balances may come down, inventory turnover ratio may improve, but operating ratio will deteriorate. That means operating ratio will be adverse operating ratio. That is, instead of 78% operating ratio last year, you get 81% operating ratio. That means higher the operating ratio, adverse is the financial position. Lower, 78% becomes 77. That means 1% you have improved financially. These are the what you call conclusions you should be able to draw by arriving at seeing the inventory control, inventory turnover ratio. We will conclude our topic like this. Inventory means money. It is spent on purchase of material and locked up. Locked up means you are not utilizing the material. It is purchased and stored. Better inventory management results in large scale economy and improved turnover ratio. New methods have come now for all the general items. There is government electronic market, GEM. GEM is there. Now, GEM portal works under DGSND. Earlier, DGSND used to be there. With the so much rule change in rules, I thought DGSND will vanish, like some other departments have vanished in the DIN. Now, GEM is under the DGSND, Government Electronic Market. GEM means some general items are listed there. Now, railway also, all the departments, state governments, central government departments, PSUs, they have all to purchase those items from the GEM. What are those items? Computers, printers, Xerox machines, hiring of vehicles. Like that, some large number of items are added there, which are generally required by all the departments. Government stationery like Xerox paper. So these things are to be necessarily procured to placing an indent on GEM. Then large scale economies will be there because they place purchase orders. Contracts are already entered. You have to see your suitable contract in that computer, place an indent through online and payment you have to make. GEM will monitor whether you are paying or not. So that system, the material will come. You need not place in. You need not what you call it, invite tender. You need not finalize the tender. All these cost of finalization and delays will be cut, and the material will come just like that. Won't place order through GEM. GEM will place order only, supply a time only. The person will supply, the selected fellow. You know the specification, and you can check the specification, whether the same type of computer you need. Everything you can check. And the online, go to that, register yourself in the GEM. That is not private individuals. It is government departments, PSUs, state or central, state government departments. All these people can register in GEM and procure items reserved for GEM through GEM. So that will reduce the cost of procurement and unnecessary purchases, because the GEM contract is available. Whenever you require, you purchase. Why do you purchase and stack it? Then e-procurement also cut short the delays and time required for finalization of tender. All these things are what you call it, bureaucratic process has been cut short. That will lead to stock levels will be reduced by placing more items in rate contracts. It will lead to economy in purchases. Every time you need not call tender. Tender is already finalized by GEM fellow or other DGS&D branch, and you yourself finalize rate contracts. What is required is whatever quantity is required, place purchase order during the year at the rate already agreed. So you need not purchase unnecessarily huge quantity and stack it. That is another measure. Continuous monitoring should be done at higher levels, because these things are to be monitored at higher level in the stores department and also consuming department, so that a lot of economy, lot of help, lot of advantages can be accrued to this system. These are the things I wanted to tell you. Now I am opening the session for question and answers. Nageshwar Rao Subramaniam.
Sir, Chappan.
Can we open the discussion?
Yes, sir.
I will unmute it.
Okay, sir.
I have already unmuted it. Video is there. Okay. You can monitor.
Vikramjit Mitra, please unmute.
Sir, hello. Vikramjit.
Invoking of some clause.
Voice. You have unmuted. Hello.
Invoking option clause.
Tell me.
Sir, please एक बार दोबारा बताइए.
बड़ा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स में बड़ा माने तो देर इज ए फाइनेंशियल लिमिट ऑल्सो. Purchases valuing more than so many crores. Option clause is compulsory. Option clause means 30% plus or minus can be operated by invoking the option clause. Generally plus, but sometimes minus. So it is like variation clause in works contracts. आपको वर्क्स कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स मालूम है ना, इंजीनियरिंग डिपार्टमेंट एसएनटी का, उसमें वेरिएशन क्लॉज रहता है ना, वो वेरिएशन क्लॉज जैसा वो मॉनिटर करते हैं, ऐसा हम स्टोर्स परचेज ऑर्डर्स में ऑप्शन क्लॉज रहना है. सपोज इट इज कॉस्टिंग मोर देन 10 crores that purchase, 10 crores cost, and you have to 30% clause is there. During the currency of contract, instead of calling fresh tender, you operate this clause by giving purchase order fresh again, that is amendment to the purchase order. You purchase 30%, up to 30% quantity at the same rate of original PO. But while invoking, you should be very, very careful. The steps I am telling you. One is, for the 30% quantity, you should have a vetted indent with you. Fresh indent should be there, you know. Indent should be vetted by Vikramjit. आप सुन रहे हैं ना? Indent should be there, vetted indent. The second one is you have to see whether any fresh tender is already invited for that item in your railway. Stores department simultaneously invites tender for next year also, because 1/4 is generally contract period commences for every material. So 1/4 means on 1/4 itself you don't invite tender. 4-5 months before itself next year quantity के लिए आप tender invite करते हैं. So when you have invited the tender, you have to compare the rate received in the fresh tender. If it is less than the PO, purchase order, for which you are invoking option clause. Current year का PO में rate is say 360 rupees per unit. The next year tender is already received. That rate is 350 rupees. 360 rupees you have got present order. Fresh tender has come 350. So 10 rupees less आया. So at that time you should not invoke option clause here. You have to add this quantity in the fresh tender. Add the quantity in the fresh tender. That is one. Secondly, when the falling prices are there, the trend of prices are falling. For example, electronic items. Electronic items, the price will be falling regularly. You understand? Cell phones and all. When they have introduced it, it will be very high. After 6 months or 1 year, the price will come down. Such cases, option clause, you should exercise with complete care and diligence. So sometimes when prices are falling, the next tender not 10 rupees difference, it has come 40 rupees difference has come. Old tender is 350, new tender is 310. Then you have to exercise minus option clause in the existing contract. Option clause is plus or minus. So minus 30% करो. Present contract को close करो. करके ये quantity next tender में add करो. This decision has to be taken by tender company. That is competent authority with finance contracts.
Sir, if already invoked item ये option is माने adopt हो गया तो उसके बाद अगर माने आता है माने हम उसको cancel कर सकते हैं क्या?
किसका?
माने हम already invoking option adopt कर लिया उसके बाद
then you cannot reduce. You have already optioned. The moment you have given it, then you cannot do it. What I am telling is, you have to exercise all these things, care, and it may be so possible. Southern Railway is there, Southwestern Railway is there, or Southern Railway is there. Some of the divisions were originally belonging to one railway only earlier. You are having contacts with the X railway also. Then if they are getting lesser rate, then you can take stock assistance from them, add the quantity there and get the stock transferred here. Generally, you don't do it. These are the measures one should consciously do it.
For the sake of
directly, because clause is there, don't invoke it. Because at least your own railway tender, fresh tender, you compare it. And nature of the item, from every year you are observing, the rate is coming down, coming down, coming down. In such cases also, you should take conscious decision. वो थोड़ा सोच के competent authority का approval लेके concurrence लेके करना है. नहीं तो unnecessarily you will come in audit objection. That because audit will point out they have got plenty of time. They will examine and point out these type of files only. Sir, are you sure? Am I right?
No.
Satisfied? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Sir, one more question, sir.
Tell me.
Sir, covered dues means stock in hand.
None. Stock in hand is different. Covered dues means the quantity covered in the purchase orders already issued. See, for an item, there are already purchase orders issued. The quantity covered in that purchase order still has to be supplied by them. आप सुन रहे ना? Suppose you have got stock in hand is 100. You have got purchase orders already issued. You have already placed purchase orders. 2-3 purchase orders are issued. The quantity in 2-3 purchase orders is about 50 or 100. that 100 is covered. Stock and covered means purchase orders are there. Supplier has to still purchase it, to still supply it. So there are 3 suppliers. You have given purchase order. Purchase order is valid, current. The delivery date is still there, and they have to purchase. They have to supply to railway. So that quantity and stock in hand put together is your almost demand. It is already readily available. Only thing is supplier has to supply it. That is called covered use. Uncovered use means indent placed, purchase order not released. That means tender is still under finalization. Understand? Uncovered. Without confusing, I have not used that word. Covered use, stock in hand, should be compared. Sir. Next.
Next, Mr. Vishwanath, please unmute.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
My 2 question is, what is the ABC analysis? In ABC analysis, what is the fate classifications?
What is
And next question is GEM. Please tell about further GEM.
GEM. Okay. First one is ABC analysis.
ABC analysis in weight classifications.
What is that?
Vital, essential,
That is different.
desirable.
Vital, essential, and desirable.
Desirable.
And that is called VED analysis. That VED analysis is made while examining the need for purchase of that material, need for disposal of the material, vital, whether it is the item is vital, essential, or desirable. The importance is coming down. Vital means it is a safety item. For example, one safety item is there. Whether it is currently required or not, you have to keep it in stock. Correct or not? When the safety issue comes, nobody can visualize. Vital. Essential means it is not so safety item. It is essential to maintain the repairs and maintenance of the locos, carriages, track, etc. Desirable means may be there, may not be there. It is like adding a new shirt to your wardrobe. Even if you don't add a new shirt to your wardrobe, you are not poor in clothes. You have got sufficient clothes. Understand? You आपका wardrobe में कपड़े हैं आपको 10 pairs हैं. You are purchasing one more. Even if you don't purchase, nothing will happen. That is called desirable. So essential means you need that material. Vital means whether you require now itself or tomorrow or day after tomorrow, we do not know. But it is a vital item to run the organization. It may be safety item. That is called VED analysis. That helps you to reduce the balances. Each item has to be analyzed like that. Then ABC analysis means I've already told you. A category, B category, C category. Based on average annual consumption, AAC of the material concerned, you rank it, whether it is A category, B category, or C category. Total items, you will see. For that purpose, practically, every COS of each zonal railway or production unit, they have got AAC separately. South Central Railway AAC may be different, and Southern Railway AAC may be different for that item, depending upon their activity. They fix every year what is A category, B category, C category items. Though based on that, we have to do it. So, are you satisfied? Anything I have to left? Hello? Next question.
Next, Sukhdev, please unmute. Sukhdev, please unmute.
Give me one example for stock adjustment account, sir. With one example.
That is stock verifier goes ASV. ASV points out some excess or shortage in the store's balance, where you will put ASVs or gives one stock sheet. That is also, if it is an item in the stocked item, what you do, you will make a JV and increase the balance if it is excess is there. Suppose balance, store's balance is excess, record may come hai. Then what you will do, stock verifier, you will add that difference there in the bin code. But what is the reason for that we do not know. That is why it will add to through stock adjustment account. One JV they make it and increase the balance. Rate variation comes because of revision of average book rate. How do you evaluate the stores balances? Balances are there for an item. 1000 numbers is the current balance, stores balance. The 1000 numbers, how do you evaluate what is the value of 1000 numbers? They may have come due to 4 purchase orders issued during the year. Are you following? 4 purchase orders will have 4 different rates. In railway में क्या कर रहे हैं ना? They calculate number of total value divided by total rates. 4 rates are there: 50 rupees, 60 rupees, 40 rupees, or 42 rupees. These 4 rates added up divided by 4. It is called simple average. This simple average is nothing but average book rate defined in 208 of stores code para. So that rate may be different from earlier adopted evaluation rate. Understand? The closing balance in the last few years, last entry, bin code, if you see, the value of each material is 8 rupees you have stated. Now this average rate is coming to 10 rupees. If it is more than 10%, the difference is more than 10%, then average book rate has to be revised and the stores balances are evaluated. The differences to which department will bear this? Nobody will bear directly. So the difference will be allocated to stock adjustment account, plus or minus, this credit or debit. Another example is when there is scrap sales, book rate is 100, scrap sales is 110 sometimes, or it may be 90. The difference has to be debited or credited to stock adjustment account. You are following? These are the types of entries here. In quantity it will come because of stock verification. Excess or shortage will be there in the stores depot balances. When the stock verifier goes, he looks at that bin code. Understand, sir? Bin code में last closing balance क्या है? देखता है. देखने के बाद then he will look at the physical balance. There will be variation. Change रहता है. वो 100 numbers के जगह में 101 रह सकता है, 100 के जगह में 90 भी रह सकता है. So the difference is passed through because the financial year differences. You put the difference in quantity, adjust through stock adjustment account. Departmental stock verification also will take place. Sometimes you are transferring the material, receiving the material, the voucher and balance received will be different. Understand? Voucher में लिखा है 100 numbers transferred from Secunderabad depot to Vijayawada depot, but actually balance has gone only 90 or 110. The difference, how do you adjust? It will be adjusted through first. Physically, they will sort out. If they are sorted out, it is okay. If small differences, nobody is sorting out, that will be put through stock adjustment account. And it will be adjusted at the end of every quarter in the proportion, ratio of issues of material to the departments done in the last quarter. The same ratio you adopt, this debit and credit, you transfer to the same departments. The balance will be nil. Understand, sir? This is how stock adjustment account is clear. This is also having balance, stores balances mein stock adjustment account also showing some balances. Depot in transit, stores in transit. It is also having some balances of stores on 31-3. It is still in the en route. It is coming from Vijayawada to Secunderabad, loaded. That also may cause differences in stock adjustment. Okay, Nageshwara.
Next, Mandal, please unmute. Next, Prashant Kumar, please unmute.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, I am asking about FSN analyzing, sir. FSN analyzing, sir.
I don't know. Kindly Speak loudly.
He is asking FSN analysis.
FSM means,
Is it FSN?
what is the abbreviation total?
ये मतलब fast income
Fast moving and slow moving. Yeah, I understand. It is non-moving, fast moving, slow moving. These items, this analysis, you can make through bin code also. Because in the first chapter of source code, you have got movable surplus and unmovable surplus. Yeah, fast moving means the material is coming and it is fastly issued. That means it is coming and going to the depot, from depot to the department. That means the item is having lot of demand. And the demand is so much, next year they will increase the AAC for enabling higher purchases. Slow moving means you have got 100 numbers in stock in the depot as per bin card. But once in 6 months or once in 2 months, 1 or 2 numbers are issued. Not so much demand is not coming. Fast moving में ऐसा stores आया, department people will be ready. Before you take in the bin card itself, they're ready with their lorry. They bring all the requisition, take the material. Nothing will be there in the stores depot. As it is coming, record में enter करता है, वैसा ही department which has indented the material will take it. That means the VOH activity in the loco shed, VOH activity in the wagon repair shop is increasing. Their capacity is increasing and you need materials very fast. It is moving. Hello, Mandal. When it is moving fast, next time what they see is that department will revise their AAC to upward because their demand is more. They ask for more budget. They demand their AAC will be revised. They will put stock slips. What is that? Indent for material procurement. They ask for more quantity. Slow moving means moving. 100 numbers, 1000 numbers are there. But departments are asking very less. What is the reason? The design of the old item, you are purchasing material. New items, box and wagon has come. Earlier wagon is box L, box N has come. Uske baad our type of coach also, L block, what is that coach? It has come now. Rajdhani Express, they have put the coaches wide.
LHP.
That type of coaches have come. But you have got spare parts for earlier type of coaches. The coach number of coaches are reducing. For that, whatever material you have stocked spares, that will move very slowly. That means next time you have to reduce that AAC and purchase less. Sir, FS and N. N means non-moving. That means nobody wants that material. Nobody wants that material means you place it before survey committee and declare it as whether it can be transferred to other railways, whether any other department wants it, or declare it as a scrap and auction sale. FSN analysis. Correct. Very good question you have done. In the scrap sale, we make that analysis. Tell me.
Yeah. Sir, no more queries?
So, okay. I think there are no more queries, sir. I think we can wind up.
Okay.
So therefore, once again, a wonderful session, sir. Again, on behalf of the academy, I thank all the participants. There is one more. Some Prashant Kumar has raised.
Yeah, 2 people are raised.
Prashant Kumar, please unmute.
Sir, my question is, what is principle of Pareto of perpetual control of inventory turnover ratio?
What is
Principle of Pareto? You define.
Pareto analysis. This Pareto analysis is in respect of office work management. It is HR function actually. The same thing they have adopted in the ABC analysis. The formula there in the Pareto analysis is in an office, in an organization, some people will not take up work voluntarily unless they are forced. I'm not commenting X, Y, Z. In every office, private or public, they do it just minimum required to retain their job. But the majority of the work, 80% of the work is done by 20% of the people. That is how they have analyzed the industry's performance and all. HR side, how many people are doing actually, how much quantity they're turning out. Whenever extra difference is there, extra work is there, they're willing and take it. Those people will be very less in every organization. That is why they say 80% of the work is turned out by 20% of the people. Similarly, that principle they borrowed to inventory management, ABC analysis has been arrived. Here also you see 10% of the items will consume 70% of the budget. In a depot, there are 100 items are stocked. 10%, that means 10 items only require, 10 items will consume 70% of your value. That means if you control 10% of the items, you will achieve A category items will be controlled. That control has to be accessible at very higher level. Similarly, in HR organization also, they will take care of the people who are over performers and good performers. They will be taken care of by giving higher payout or incentives, etc. in private sector, and their demand will be more for them because they are willing workers, they are enthusiastic workers. They will only do large volume of work in the organizations. It is a study done in the countries abroad, and the same that principle Pareto has developed a law, and that is called Pareto law. That principle they have taken while arriving at what to do for ABC analysis. ABC analysis has come from that principle. That is what I wanted to link it and tell. Okay, have you understood?
Mr. Espita Gupta, please unmute.
Sir, what is bin card, sir?
Bin card means it is nothing but earlier you call it numerical ledger and all you used to say. Now this bin card is nothing but a card. This card will be kept near the place where the material is stocked in the stores depot. Whether it is a big room or only a shelf or 4 shelves put together, one type of material is stocked. There will be one card will be kept there. That card shows continuous transactions. On the top of the card will be there PL number, maximum level, minimum level, reorder level. All these levels of material to be stocked will be, statistical data will be there. Class 1 material or class 2 material or class 3 material. Class of material will be indicated and description of material will be there. Below that, date, horizontally columns I am telling, date will be there, opening balance will be there, receipt will be there, issue will be there, closing balance will be there. For every transaction, you arrive at closing balance. For example, I am giving opening balance is 100, receipts are 200. On the same day, issues may not be there. If it is there, below that you do it. 100 plus 200, issues may dash, closing balance is 300. Next transaction is again receipt. Receipt is 200, 200 plus earlier some 900 or 600, you will get 700. Like that, you will give every transaction you arrive at closing balance. This is nothing but perpetual inventory. Continuously you are knowing the inventory position. Then issue comes. Opening balance, closing balance becomes opening balance on the so and so date, and then receipt dash, issue is 300, closing balance arrive karo. So like that, for every transaction you are arriving at closing balance. If the stock verifier or any inspecting official, first he goes and sees that card. That is called bin. Bin means it is a stocking place or receptacle or shelf or almirah where the materials are stored. Bin means it is a place. It is a receptacle where you are, one shelf you have put it in your house, bookshelves will be there, you know, bookshelf or wardrobe, like that. These are all the things, place where materials are stocked. It is called bin. That bin is attached with one card, that is called bin card. It gives a transaction of that material from date wise. The closing balance, if you look at, 100 should be there. If you look at the physical balance, 100 should be there. Otherwise, the excess or shortage. This is in stock, continuous inventory. It is continuous inventory, perpetual inventory. Every transaction. Suppose there is no transaction for 2 years. Bin card is dusted. It is all dusty there in the bin card. The material is also dusty there. Nobody is asking for material. Then earlier one person has asked FSN. Like that, fast, slow, non-moving items analysis you have to do. And whether it is movable surplus or dead surplus. Movable surplus means there is no issue now, but in next 12 months, there will be likely to be demand for that. Non-dead surplus means from there is no issue from the last so many months. For the next 2 years also, there will not be any issues. To analyze it, that is called dead surplus. Dead surplus means nobody will ask in the department. That has to be transferred to other railways, or if they don't require, nobody requires, you have to put it through survey committee, declare it as a scrap, and go for auction sale. All these things, bin code will help you to analyze all these things. That is why bin code is very important. You go to any stores depot in your railway, you can see the bin code. Whatever I told, the columns will be there. Okay, right. Okay, Gupta.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes. That was once again.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Okay.
Who is it? Somebody in the crowd. Okay. It was a wonderful explanation, sir, regarding this inventory control. On behalf of the academy, I thank all the participants. I also thank the speaker of the day, Sri V.A.
Achala.
Just to remind, tomorrow's session will be on final accounts. Login session will start at 14:45. Session will start at 15 hours. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.